welcome to class. I'm pleased to teach you online again. In this lesson, I will be teaching you the poem, The Song of the Women of My Land by Omar Farouk Sise. The poem is divided into 8 stanzas, and these are the first 2 stanzas. In a previous lesson, I told you the lines of poems do not run from margin to margin. This is the 3rd stanza of the poem. Content analysis. What is the poem all about? Is it talking about love, freedom, or slavery? Let's find out. The poem examines a deep lamentation over the fate that befell women in Sierra Leone in particular, and Africa in general. In the colonial era, women were oppressed. There was gender discrimination, inequality, and enslavement across the continent. In African society, there is this mindset that men are superior to women. As a result of this, the women suffered excessively and unequally. With this mindset, the men refused to contribute their quota to the home front. During productive hours, they were seen idly and lazing about. Rather than give their women a happy hand, they went on drinking spree with their friends. As a result of this, the women were saddled with different responsibilities. It was entirely the responsibility of the women to prepare meals. It was solely the duty of the women to fetch water. It was also the responsibility of the women to wash clothes and even fend for their children. All these tasks or responsibilities made the women hardworking, no doubt. Yet, it reduces the roles of the women to mere servants to their husbands. These women plowed the fields, they tilled the soil tirelessly, but had nothing to show for their hard work other than emptiness and abandonment. The only thing that was ever meaningful in their lives was their song, because their song told their story and still tells their story. No matter how deplorable and unpleasant experience they were going through, they still had time to sing, to console themselves. So their song told a lot about their harrowing experiences. Like a sculptor chipping away at bits of wood. A sculptor is an artist or a person who carves. This is a log. The carver can get different wooden items from this log, but before he gets anything from it, he has to chisel on the log bit by bit. All this takes time. It It is a gradual process. Now, the carver is beginning to make progress. There is an item that is being shaped out of that log. These are the different wooden materials that the carver got from that log. Now, attention is shifted on these materials. No one remembers that log anymore. By extension, the poet is referring to the women that lived in Syria alone and in Africa, by extension, who have been forgotten as a result of time. These women are no longer remembered. No one talks about them anymore. Time chisels away bits of their memory. It was a gradual thing. With the passage of time, the memories of the women are beginning to fade out, and the poet is not comfortable with this. The women have gone through a lot. They should be remembered. When servitude cuffed the ankles of their soul, servitude means slavery. The poet went further to tell us about the deplorable and pitiable conditions of these women who are being forgotten. They did not only perform the responsibilities I told you earlier, they also worked on the farmlands of people who were regarded as superior to them. They worked on several farmlands. Now, to further compound their plight, these women are being forgotten. Nobody talks about them anymore. Nobody remembers them anymore. But in spite of what they were going through, they had time to sing. They had time to comfort one another with their songs. So their song told a lot about their harrowing experiences. With a song, they sponged off their anguish. They were able to tolerate and accommodate so much unpleasant situation. While they were singing, they didn't even take cognizance of time. They were able to carry on because of their song. Now, they were not only singing because of their deplorable condition, they had reason to sing too when they experienced bountiful harvest. Now, these women are no longer alive. They are gone. Hear the poet. Yet, time strips the lyrics and scars the tune, leaving a dying song, dead like the women who died long ago. The women have gone to be with their ancestors. According to the poet, in order for their song not to go into extinction, there is need to narrate or write about the story of the women of his land who were subjected to dehumanizing conditions. These women should be immortalized. They should be remembered. Their memories should be kept evergreen. Women who plowed their soil and their soul, they truly suffered. They went through a lot. So the poet is of the opinion that these women should not be forgotten. Omar Farouk Sise concludes the poem by saying that the song of the women serves as an inspiration for poets to write like he has written this poem. If If not for this poem, you and I would not have known about the women who once lived in Sierra Leone and by extension in Africa and went through a lot of harrowing experiences. So with this poem, the women have been immortalized. Their memories have been kept evergreen. Alright, with this, I'll bring the lesson to a close. Further discussion will be carried out in our physical class. Remember to ask questions on gray or shady areas. Alright, until I come your way again, it's goodbye from me.